Hello! So I'm on my computer again today because my phone is charging. So hopefully everything works out fine. Anyway, so today we're going to talk about let me see, what was it called? Whosoever will lose his life for my sake shall find it. And this teaching is in Matthew chapter 16, and it's verses 21 through 28. So since it's not a whole bunch of verses, I'm just going to read it for you guys. It says, "From that time forth began Jesus to show unto his disciples how that he must go unto Jerusalem, and suffer many things of the elders and chief priests and scribes, and be killed, and be raised again the third day. Then Peter took him, and began to rebuke him, saying, Be it far from thee, Lord, this shall not be unto thee. But he turned and said unto Peter, Get thee behind me, Satan, thou art an offense unto me, for thou savorest not the things that be of God, but those that be of men. Then said Jesus unto his disciples, If any man will come after me, let him deny himself, and take up his cross, and follow me. For whosoever will save his life shall lose it, and whosoever will lose his life for my sake shall find it. For what is a man profited, if he shall gain the whole world, and lose his own soul? Or what shall a man give in exchange for his soul? For the Son of Man shall come in the glory of his Father with his angels, and then he shall reward every man according to his works. Verily I say unto you, there be some standing here which shall not taste of death, till they see the Son of Man coming in his kingdom." So there's actually a ton in this teaching that we can take from it. The first, obviously, the obvious one, whosoever will lose his life for my sake shall find it. So this is a lot of missionary work is kind of the obvious one, but also just in general, when you devote your time into serving others and helping others, then you are losing your life for Heavenly Father's sake, and as a byproduct, you will find it. So, it's kind of straightforward to the point, But I saw a quote, and it was like, you will find when you help others up the mountain, you're a little closer to the top yourself. And I think that's kind of what this means, because when you focus on your problems and you are constantly trying to make sure that you are taken care of before you take care of others, then you're not really going to find the comfort and the peace and the guidance that you need. But the second you step out of yourself and start helping other people and just put your problems aside for a little bit, you'll discover that through helping people, you will have found the answers that you need to get through the struggle that you're experiencing. So that is why it's important to lose your life for the sake of Heavenly Father, and you will find it. Another one we can get from this, it talks about the second coming. And so obviously the first coming, Jesus Christ was born, he came to earth, and that's when he did all these teachings and miracles and stuff. The second coming is after he was resurrected. So again, this is more, I'll talk about it a lot more when we do the atonement, because this is pretty much what the atonement is, but Jesus died for us, and 3 days later, he was resurrected. And because of that, we have the opportunity to live with Heavenly Father and Jesus Christ again after we die. Once we die, we will be resurrected into our spiritual selves, and we will be judged according to our actions on earth. And then, based on how we acted and having Jesus Christ as our advocate, we will be separated into one of the three kingdoms. The top one is the celestial, and then there's the terrestrial and telestial. I might have switched those, but I'm pretty sure that's right. And everyone is separated into those kingdoms so that you'll be with your families and stuff. And, that's the basics. Anyway, so that's what that means, that we'll be able to live with Heavenly Father again. And the second coming, when he comes, he will come down to earth, and he will cleanse the earth of all sin. And then we will live for a millennium. It'll be the millennium where we'll live in just perfect harmony and perfect peace with the gospel thriving, right? And then, yeah. So that's what that's talking about. This is kind of a little mini tangent, but it says, "There be some standing here which shall not taste of death till they see the Son of Man coming in his kingdom." And what that means is there are 3 Nephites. I'm pretty sure that's what they're called. And it's 3 of the apostles that, like, before Jesus died, he was like, "What blessing can I give you guys?" And 3 of the apostles said, "I want to be alive when you come again." And so they just haven't died. They've been living this whole time, watching the world change and grow, and they are in a state where they cannot be hurt and they can't die, but they can feel pain and sorrow and stuff. So even though they are still on earth, they can still like grieve with you, and they can still feel the sorrow of the sin that's taking over the earth, you know. Also, it says, "If any man will come after me, let him deny himself and take up his cross and follow me." I saw this other thing where it's talking about carrying a cross on your back. And as Jesus was going to be crucified, he reached a point where he was so weak he couldn't carry the cross, and someone else had to carry it for him. So we need to put ourselves in a position by serving others where we are helping carry their crosses and carrying their burdens. Because all of us have our own cross that we're carrying and have our own burdens and trials that we're experiencing. But by helping others, we create a support group where we're all holding our crosses together rather than carrying them by ourselves. And it makes the burden lighter on everyone, and it just, makes things good, So, yeah, there was a lot in that. If you guys have any questions about anything that I talked about or anything just in general, if you have any questions and you want to learn more, you can put them in the comments, or you can reach out to me personally. You can DM me on Instagram. And yeah, just, do cool things. We're still in the midst of Light the World, so it's not too late for you to start. And don't be discouraged if things aren't going out discouraged. If things aren't going the way that you're planning or the way that you want them to, because God's timing is placing you in a position where you will be able to help people more than you can comprehend. So have faith in Heavenly Father's timing and keep going about doing good, and you will be blessed greatly.